Hello, sweet team. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sweet Adjeley with this amazingly delicious peanut butter or groundnut soup recipe for you all. Very simple recipe that you will not want to miss. Let's get started. So for this recipe, I have in here some aniseed and cumin. I'm also going to be adding some garlic. I have about a thumb-sized ginger, 3 habanero peppers, 3 fresh tomatoes, and 1 large onion. Yes, peanut butter soup loves onions, so be sure to add an extra large onion or 2 medium or about 3 to 4 small ones. So I'm just going to blend part of the onions, habanero pepper, ginger, garlic, aniseed, and cumin. All right, we're gonna blend it until it is nice and smooth. Adiana to look on again. Gambling butter, gambling fish. And sweet Adjeley, Continental food, madam. Food, madam. International food captain. We'll be using fresh goat meat that I've washed beautifully, and this is straight from the butcher, so you know it's going to be delicious. I'm going to go ahead and add my blended ingredients. I'll also add some of my all-purpose seasoning, salt to taste, add in some tomato paste. Cover it up and allow the meat to release its own juices and come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to go ahead and give it a good stir until everything is well combined, and I'll cover it up and allow it to continue cooking. I'll be steaming it in its own juices until the meat reabsorbs the juices, and then we'll be back to attend to it. Meanwhile, I'm going to get started on cooking my veggies. I've added the habanero pepper and tomatoes into the rice cooker, and I'm going to go ahead and cut up my onions and add that as well. Listen, the rice cooker is a multi-cooker, so don't just reserve it in your kitchen just for rice. It can do many other things. Here we are back to check on our meat, and as you can see, whatever juices that it released have been reabsorbed. But because this is goat meat and it's a bit tough, I'm going to go ahead and add in some water, just a little water that I rinsed out the blender with, and I'll give it a nice stir, cover it up, and allow it to continue steaming while I prep my peanut butter. I have about a cup or just a little over a cup, and this is the brand that I'm using. You may use any peanut butter of your choice, okay? I added some hot water to it, and I'm going to stir and mix it together until I have a nice smooth consistency. So I begin with the spoon, but I'm going to go ahead and change it to my whisk, and I'll mix it until it is nice and smooth. And there you have it, the perfect consistency that I'm going for. Now, I've been keeping my eye on our meat here because I don't want the stock around it to burn. I'm not allowing the stock around my meat to thicken up completely before proceeding to the next step, because I have an amazing method for you, especially those of you that loves to cook your peanut butter separately before adding it to your meat. Today we are doing a one-pot deal. So we're just going to go ahead and add our peanut paste to the meat to finish the steaming process. Yes, so by the time we will be done with the steaming process, our peanut paste will also be cooked. So instead of 2 pots, we will only use 1 pot. And I strain it because this particular brand of peanut butter, although it says creamy, you usually get little pieces of chunks just like this in it. So that is the reason why I like to strain it. Now, although this method is very easy, you do have to keep an eye on it, stirring it every 2 to 3 minutes to keep your peanut butter from sticking to the bottom of your pot and burning. So you cook this on medium-low heat, stirring periodically until oil settles on top of it and your peanut paste is nicely cooked. I come to check on my veggies and they are beautifully cooked, nice and soft. So I'm going to go ahead and get it out, blend it, and set it aside. Oh my goodness, just look at this. Absolutely beautiful. Look at all the oil that have settled on top of it. Our peanut paste have cooked beautifully and we didn't have to utilize 2 pots. And just check the bottom up. It is not burnt at all because I cooked it on medium-low heat, stirring periodically. So I'm going to go ahead and add in my blended ingredients and I'll add as much water as I want depending on how thick or thin I want my soup to be. I'll be enjoying this with rice balls, so I want it on the thick side. So I'm going to add enough water that once it cooks down, it'll be nice and thick to my preference. Peanut butter or groundnut soup is one of the easiest to make, but if not cooked well, your stomach will be very mad at you and we do not want that. So ensure that you cook this very well. And as always, remember to clean the sides of your pot because that is your flavor. Cover it halfway and allow it to boil for a good 20 minutes. Then lower the heat and allow it to simmer beautifully until all the oil settles on top of it. Then you can add some more hot pepper if you like, for those of us that like some heat to our dish. Meanwhile, I'm prepping the omotsu. If you have not seen the video, it was the one that I posted right before this one, so I'll leave the link to it so you can check it out, so you can make your omotsu to enjoy this amazingly delicious peanut or groundnut soup. Finally, our omotsu is ready and so is our soup. My goodness, don't you just want to head to the kitchen and throw it down for yourself? Yes, you must. But if you know me, you know that all that is left is for us to serve and enjoy. Yes, there is enjoyment after the labor of love. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and are inspired to try the recipe. Sweet team, y'all know I always love you. Until I see you in the next video, stay safe, keep loving each other, and remember that the love of God and family is life's greatest blessing. And guys, ke onamini ochemi sweet mahabotu. Bye y'all. We'll show you how to make pizza, jollof, mango and okra soup, sushi and pastries. All these are